Hi, so this tutorial is about hashtags, and I'm going to be sharing how I manually search for hashtags, how I analyze them and work out which ones are the best ones to use, how I save them in a folder to keep them safe and reusable. And this method, it's got a little bit of process to it, but if you follow it, it makes the manual searching for hashtags really as quick as it can be. So first of all, I want to show you where I'm going to be saving them. And I use a tool called Trello, and it looks like this. And you have the ability to store little cards. So I'm going to put another one down here, and we will put tutorial because that's what we're going to do, and we will add that. And when we click on this card, we have a description here, and we can add all of our hashtags that we are going to be putting in there. They get saved. And they would look like this, for example. So when you click in your Trello board, you can easily click and right-click and copy and paste them into whatever tool you're using for your Instagram. So let's bring that up because that is where I'm going to be saving them. So in Instagram, on the computer, you have a search bar at the top here. First of all, I'm going to show you about banned hashtags, which we talked about briefly the other day. So the one I'd mentioned was desk. It will still bring up the top posts that happen to have that in. So using a banned hashtag won't keep you hidden. However, unless yours happens to, because of other hashtags, get in the top, it won't get you anywhere, because if you see at the bottom here, it says that the recent posts from desk are currently hidden because people have reported the content as not meeting the community guidelines. This is why you have to check them regularly, because sometimes they just stop, they get reported and they're no longer used. And the more and more Instagram goes on using hashtags, the more uses they have, the more corrupt they can get, which is why you should check them every so often. And this process will eliminate this, as well as help you discover other hashtags. So the first one, let's search for handmade, because if I'm putting together a post for something handmade. Now, this has an awful lot of uses. You will still get in the top posts sometimes if you use it, but you may decide this is too many, or you may decide to put in one this size and use a lot of the other smaller ones, sort of 20,000, 50,000. However, let's find one in the top post because we want one that's doing really well. Let's check this one out. Okay, so we can see there's a lot in there that might be useful. Crochet pattern, but let's say no, don't fancy any of those. What about the hedgehog? Right, okay, so hedgehog, handmade, yes. Oh, DIY. So presume you want to have a little look at what DIY will bring up. If you right click it and open it in a new tab, you can see it bringing it up here. So let's do the same with craft. Oh, punch needle. Do it yourself. So come out of that one. Now I've decided I'm not putting handmade in mine because that's too many. So we keep scrolling and find another one that stands out which we think we might need. I should also add, when you do this, I know handmade isn't a banned one, but on the other ones we will check. That's a nice bright one, but that doesn't have anything on it yet. So let's scroll down for some more bright ones that stand out. Let's see what that one's using. Okay, oh, shop small, let's check him out. Mom life, small business, glitter. So can you see I'm going through on the single page all the ones which are either getting the highest engagement, which are the top posts, or I'm scrolling down and finding those ones, and I think that's enough for that one. So we now know we're not using handmade, we will exit him. So let's check DIY. Now I might decide I want a higher hashtag number in there, and I'm going to use DIY. So first things first, scroll down, 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 and double check it is not a banned hashtag. Right, so this one is looking good. So take it back to the top of the screen. We can copy it, go back to wherever we're storing them. I use Trello, but you could use a Word document. You could use Excel. It doesn't matter what you use, whichever is going to work best for you. So I've just copied it into there. So we go back to the DIY. Now we can either do all of these along the top, or we can keep searching through these. Now, because I haven't got enough, I'm going to search through these. Oh, so now that one has 6,000. So let's check him out. Right, now there's a lot more that we might think that we could use. And we repeat the process. So let's DIY rustic decor, design, Instagram, woodworking. That's probably it from that one. So let's exit him. Right, DIY rustic decor. So again, you repeat the process. No, it's not a banned hashtag. It's got 983, so it's very niche, but you might decide you'd like to try it out. If you do, we copy, we go here, and we paste. We can exit that. Can you see how it's just easily flip-flopping? So again, so design, it's quite high. Let's say we're not going to use that. Exit. Instagram is really, really heavily used. And you might also tell from the top post, it can be quite filled with things which maybe you won't want associated with your business. It might not bother you, and that's cool. If you decide you don't want to use it, you can click out. Right, woodworking, now that's a lower number. It's still high, but lower than the others. So let's say, yeah, we're going to use that. There's some really cool ones in here. So we check it for being banned. Nope, it's looking good. It looks like a really good group of people using it. So copy and paste. And then we might decide we're going to have a little look. And again, right click some of these. So let's right click guitar, and that'll bring it up. So we can now exit that. And then you repeat. Guitar's really high. It's a little less related to what we want. We're just going to not go with that. Craft, too high. I'm not going to go with that. Now this is a good one because it's, if you can see, it's a lot lower used, but people are still searching for it. And it looks like it's being used exactly for what it's showing. And it looks like it's not a banned hashtag. So that one's a really good one. So copy, paste. That's in there. And it would be a really good one to look at some of the images and find another lot of linked hashtags. So textile art, contemporary textiles, and so on. So you would just repeat that. And then you just keep doing it, and you keep doing it until, see, a lot of these are higher, but some of them, it's not too bad to use one or two high ones, and then you would just get some of your lower ones in there. The sweet spot does seem to be lower. But if you repeat that process, it gets pretty quick the more you do it, and you would just start filling this box up with your linked hashtags, and then you could give them you would give it a heading. Let's say you decided to name this one craft with woodwork. Save it, and it's down here for the next time, for the next few months. If you ever do a related post, you can click on here, click that, and you can use it. Just copy and paste. If you find something, Trello works on the PC and also on a phone, which is why I like it, because I can access it on both. So if you can find something which you can open on both your devices, then that works really well for your hashtags. I hope that was very clear and not too fast for you. It's always hard to tell with a screen recording, isn't it, if you can see it properly. If you have any questions, please just drop them in the comments for me. I can always redo this at a later date if you found that I need to explore it a little bit more with you. Okay, so any questions, ask away and let me know how you get on using the method. All right, guys.